People, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. 2023 on the way, and right now there's a lot of choking here and there. Peter Obi, if you watch some of our series of our videos, you will hear that he has been victimized in one way or the other, maybe losing friends and all of that, just because of what is going down right now. PDP is trying to build up strong support system, APC, the same thing. And right now, Atiku Abubakar has decided to speak out about the popularity of Peter Obi, and for him, that's not a trouble. But then you get to hear what he is saying right away. But before we give you full details of that, I would like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has said he is not worried about the popularity of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Atiku stated this in an interview with the Voice of America during the week. He said, "Absolutely not. It does. It doesn't worry me because the demography of the youth varies from region to region, and it is not in all regions of the country that the preponderance of the youth is moving towards labor in south or southeast." Meanwhile, spokesperson of the People Democratic Party (PDP), Dino Malai, has reiterated that Obi cannot win elections, saying the euphoria of his obedient supporters is already dying. Dino Malai made these assertions while addressing journalists in Abuja on Saturday. He said by January it will go down more because people will realize that it is going to be a wasted vote. People will realize that he, Peter Obi, cannot become president. People will realize that voting for Peter is voting for Tinubu. So that is why I am having a clarion call on Peter Obi, gentleman, progressive minded, sound to in the interest of this country for his tomorrow. He should give his today and come back home to support his elder brother and mentor. According to Melai, Obi has no national spread to emerge as president of Nigeria in 2023. The Atiku campaign spokesperson urged Obi to return to the People Democratic Party. Malai asked Obi to work for the emergence of Atiku Abubakar because Nigerians cannot afford another 4 years of an APC administration that will continue with insecurity, kidnapping, banditry, rise in the price of goods and commodities in this country. He said Nigerians must know that any vote for Peter Obi is a vote for APC because Peter Obi cannot make it. So anybody that is voting for Labour Party is actually voting for Tinubu. Anybody that is campaigning for Peter Obi is actually praying and working for Tinubu to become the president. If you are voting for Peter, you are depleting the vote of PDP because Peter cannot make it. Labour Party only filed 30 out of 109 candidates for the Senate. So, who is going to protect the vote of Labour Party when even filing candidates for 109 senatorial districts they could not? But added that no ethnic champion has ever made it as president of Nigeria. Ah, Malai is the spokesperson. I wasn't expecting less from him, considering the fact that he must say everything to kind of water down, whoever water down the impact Peter Obi is creating, and so he has to talk all these things that he's saying. Number one, point of correction: Peter Obi is not an ethnic champion. He's not an ethnic champion. Peter Obi is the champion of the common man who, at least if we want to look at the population of Nigeria, a common man is nothing less than 97% of the population of Nigeria. Just like Dugbe has always been saying that these guys are just 3%. If you look at 200 million people, the elites are like 60,000 people. And what they do is to ensure that they kind of weaponize poverty and use that to put a lot of people under slavery. So Peter Obi is the president of the common Nigeria. That he's the candidate of the common man, the truck pushers, those who have been looking for help and they have been helpless. He's the president or presidential candidate of those who have ability to become great, but they are not. He is, when we talk about Peter Obi is not just an ordinary man. All those who are hoping, anyone who is hoping for a better Nigeria, he sees Peter Obi as the candidate, as his candidate or her candidate. Those who have been kidnapped, who are staying under the grip of any form of ethnic coloration, those, all of them are the members of the team supporting Peter Obi. So it's totally wrong. And this issue of saying that Tinubu is that, if we put it up in class, let's be real. Tinubu cannot stand Peter Obi in terms of popularity right now. Labour Party had only 4 months, and with 4 months, they have been able to grow past even the whoever someone like Atiku Abubakar or what's his name, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. He has grown because right now Nigerians are tired of party. We are no more playing party. We are looking at your antecedent. Who are you? What have you done? What if we mention your name? What will you be known for? And if you mention Bola Ahmed Tinubu, people still recall, especially the youth, reflected back at 20th of October 2020, what happened there. So many people died there, and everybody's pointing fingers at him. People know that when these guys come on board, Nigeria will be his personal dynasty. He will run it and hand it over to anyone that he desires. Now, look at, for example, Lagos State. Lagos State is still under the grip of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he decides who become the governor. Whoever that he desires to be in any position in Lagos, he's the person that will be there. And if he says you're not going there, because that's what he does. If he takes over Nigeria, he will set up structures in such a way that this will become his dynasty. And I can tell you that if that man becomes the president of Nigeria, they will be him. They will be him because he will make sure that all is put in place to make that a reality for him. We'll be watching ourselves genuflecting before a man who is even on a deathbed, who cannot even walk. So right now, Nigerians, what this guy is saying, for me, he's a storyteller. He's been very good in telling stories. After all, he can't even win his own constituency in Kogi State. Nobody knows him there. He has failed severally. So I don't even see him as one who can really come out to speak the truth. But be that as it may, it behoves on obedience to work harder. We need to enter the suburbs. We need to talk to northerners because those are for the southerners. If we talk of north, south, southeast, and southwest, we've taken over. So it's just the central now. Even central. Nasarawa State, Kogi State, we've taken over. So it's just to make sure we break into, Kaduna State, Kano, and the likes and take it over. Already, even when you're talking about Atiku Abubakar, who is Atiku Abubakar in the northern part of Nigeria? Already, we have another person there who is so strong, talking about the NNPP presidential aspirant. He's dragging it from left, right, center. Even the personality of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also head there. The man is very impactful there. So what are we saying? It's going to be a very stiff contest, and we are hopeful that at the end of the day, Peter Obi will win. But let it be known that Peter Obi is not an ethnic champion. He is the candidate of the common Nigerians. That's what we would like to leave it.